My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2. We are here in the Echoes of the Void Dimensional Portal to do the Burn Baby Challenge. All of your units are corrupt. All of theirs take more damage from damage over time effects. Agony, all of your units gain corruption 1 after combat. Ugh. So every single round they will take 1 damage for each corruption until they are dead. There's no decreasing that. Well, sure, there's... You know, I don't think we actually have any way to clear debuffs in this, but theoretically it could be cleared by a debuff cleanse. We don't have access to that. Soft-handed, your units no longer deal damage to enemy units. Okay, so we mainly have to use spells for our damage, but also our units are only there to support our spells, realistically. And more damage, less time, Frostbite and Decay, so the primary damage over time from Stygian Guard and Underlegion. Deal 1 extra damage per stack. Not 1 damage an additional time, 1 extra damage per stack. I don't know how this one's gonna go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Give me Sap Suckling Spring so that I can use green recruits to spawn 4, and then those 4 give additional decay to the enemies. That'd be great. Helical Crystallis is a decent spell, 35 damage rather, front enemy unit twice, used to be 25 in the first game. God of the Unnamed, 1 Ember 2 size, incant, gain armor 3, there's also an Echo with the Time Father, Serapeternus, Archeon, and Kale. Oh, what are we, pre-Echo of the Void? Oh, a forgotten name. When you play the 3rd spell of the turn, all cards get +1 magic power for the rest of the battle. We will have to use magic power, as well as non-magic power. Handheld Totem, sweet. Not relevant. Ability Runespeak, draw a damage spell and give it +5 magic power, 1 every 3 turns. Okay. And Strike, apply a spell weakness 1. That's also relevant. However, Tethys, Conduit 2, very relevant. Damage spells cost -1 on this floor, obviously very relevant as well. Enabling us to just cast. Which is... I mean, honestly, I want a level of Conduit, and I want a level of Handheld Totem. I'll take Conduit earlier. It won't be relevant by the time the boss is out, though. Okay, we can take out that top line. I mean, that's about as good as it gets for us. That was a lot of spells that we got to cast there. I don't really care about the combat damage down there. Unfortunately, the enemy's decay... Like, if that's our primary way of dealing damage to our enemy right now, I don't have much of that. I just simply wasn't equipped with much. I have the default 10 that I can produce in a single cycle through this deck. Which does mean... I have to let you fight my pyre, and... Honestly... I don't see any other way around that. I could have used 2 of the small touches to kill 2 guys earlier, but I think actually I would have lost if I'd done that. I guess Runespeak could have changed some stuff, maybe? What the hell? I just die on the first challenge? Offering tokens so that I can cycle through the Ventral Shards is going to be pretty important now that I have 2 health. Titan's Gratitude seems really important as well. I just need straight up damage to throw at an enemy. Gosh, give it. Propagate 2 to all units. Pretty good for debuffs for enemies, but I don't really have much yet. With the decays, yeah, I'm gonna need that. Hunter Legion unit, Merchant of Magic. I mean, it's gotta be a Merchant of Magic, right? I'm terrified. I'm pretty sure I'm dead in the next fight. I'm gonna have to restart very, very soon. But let's see if we can make that not the case. Merchant of Magic. Holdover. That's pretty impactful. Honestly, give me a holdover -1 cost for a Titan's Gratitude. It's the last thing I cast every turn to do 60 damage to a unit. I'll take it. I'm gonna double stack a Spore Touch because I'm terrified of the world right now. Amazanoki, that's actually really good. Rally to apply regen 1 and 1 additional health to units on the floor. That's a good way to keep my units alive. So I'm dead next turn? Let's give this a red hot go of Amorous, Tethys, Titan burst line, top line rather, and then I mean I have to play the Vengeful Shard still. If I take out the Energizing Flautist, do you die before everyone moves 2 floors? Yes. Okay, so I can buy myself a very small amount of time that way. Let's go Spore Touch. Another Spore Touch and then Titan's Gratitude. Hey, it even discarded the correct card. Beautiful. Oh, I'd love to get that Collector. Actually, I can. I don't need to take down the 5 health. I mean, I do need to take down the 5 health. I'm gonna need 5 gold. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see where it's good. There we go. I did my level best. Good lord. All right, let's run it back. Pre-10-minute reset. All of our minions have corruption. Great, so we don't want to play minions, or we want to keep those minions healthy by a damage shield, or maybe we want to keep those minions healthy by a regen or additional health or something like that. We kind of found a little bit of access to that there. Your units no longer deal damage to enemy units. Fine. Just means I need to use Frostbite and Decay to take out bosses, because otherwise I don't really have any appropriate scaling damage to take out bosses. More damage over time, Frostbite, Decay, additionally. Do I need to get a That's a Frostbite card. That's a Frostbite card. Titan Sentry is a Frostbite. So, Rot is a Decay card. It's the Decay card. Unfortunately, Decay actually benefits way less than Frostbite. Frostbite does 1 damage per Frostbite. Decay does 3 damage per Decay. So 1 additional damage for Frostbite doubles its damage. For Rot, it's just 33% more damage. It's a third more. Cuddle Hexes to help us freeze cards in hand. Echo the Time Father will freeze cards in hand for us as well. Flesh Weaver and Strixen Hallow, never mind, this run is goated. This run is blessed. This is Ooh! Enemy units end with Frostbite too. Legitimately? Absolutely. I love the idea of Departure Manifest here as well, so that I can play out the Cuddle Hexes early. Great, but in the run where what matters is the Frostbite, I think I'm gonna go with the Frostbite. Speaking of the Frostbite, I really do want Chillwind to be one of my units, but Conduit specifically, because my best rot application is also a damage spell, is really important. That's also likely going to be the card that we end up holding with Echo of the Time Father. Also, Chillwind, you wouldn't even survive very long in the Relentless phase because of the corruption you'd have, so we want something for the middle of the battle right now. Thank heck we got those rots. I can only play those rots now with Fire Dampener as well, though. Oh, it even collects collectors for me. Oh, it's the best. Well, I'll freeze this card just because I'm going to freeze all of the cards next turn as well, yeah. A single rot application was large enough to do it. Beautiful. Crypt Builder? I mean, Crypt Builder is a really good single. I mean, so is Helical Crystallis, though. Give me the Crystallis. Learn code. Compelling. Resolve, regen 1, and propagate 2. So it'll help cancel out the corruption on the character. It obviously won't get all the way towards doing it, but it'll help. Merchant of Arms, Merchant of Magic. I mean, I do certainly care more about Merchants of Magic right now, but there is a limitation to that, which is additional health, dualism, or endless for the Titan Sentry is one of the highest priorities that we have. Incant and Titanite. Amorous Inoki. Oh, Moral Mistress, etched to decay 8 to enemy units. It's a lot of decay. It'd be really good if I could do it. I think I have to take Amorous Inoki because it's the only way to keep a unit alive on the bottom line for that long right now. Let's go Titanite Titan Sentry and Incant Titan Sentry. Start a battle, enemy disappear on each floor, completely fine. They will die to their Frostbite. I'm also going to have to find additional ways to trigger Rally on the bottom line as well. Hell yeah, Titan Sentry. Absolutely locking it down for us. Flash Freeze. Applies Frostbite 8 to a target. Obviously, we get the double damage out of that. Spawning Pods. Consume to spawn 4. I really like that for the regen trigger. For the regen and rally triggers, obviously. Infectory as well. Spawn 1 when a unit without troop dies. The main problem with that is then the Titan Sentry isn't in the front line the entire time, but also it does give me a lot of rally triggers. Give me Infectrum. Heading straight to the Merchant Magic. Consume remove? Ooh, that's huge. Will -2 costs consume a rot, and then negative consume the rot. Holy Stone for maybe making the other rot heal us more would be nice. I don't think I'm in a position to argue. I think I take that. I think I also take the 20 additional damage on a Frostblade. Icy Silverfight theoretically could go on the bottom line in order to enable a sweep the spell weakness to enemies. That doesn't seem like a priority of ours at all. Honestly, I think we just focus on our spells past this point. Well, we do have 2 upgrades on Titan Sentry. Melee weakness 1, spell weakness 1 on strike, bad. Plus 10 damage, strike to apply corruption 20. I mean, that's DOT. That's another DOT for us to add to an enemy. That's not bad. But I think maybe I want Dominating Authority spawn a random unit from your deck, because the Cuddle Hexes can be spawned from that, which is nice, but it's also another rally trigger for the bottom line. But also, if I cut the appropriate amount of cards, I can use it to spawn something really dumb. Like maybe an Offering Token. Offering Totem. That's not a banner unit, right? Offering Totem? Oh, I feel like it is a banner unit, actually. Guardian Stone. Mollusk Mage would be really good. Oh, damn. Offering and Lodestone, both banner units. I mean, Underlegion, you don't have any non-banner units I especially want to summon immediately at the start, because those tend to have effects that they do on entry. Yeah, like the Cherry Deathcap. Summon to... Ooh, Green Recruit would be a good one, though. Wax Cap bad as well. Summon to apply thing to enemy. Actually, I'm starting to lean more towards the... For the Relentless phase of it all, more towards the strike and apply corruption. It's never going to be incredible, but it'll help. Oh, you've got more mass. That's fine by me, buddy. You better believe that's fine by me. I need to get another DOT on Flesh Weaver so that I can spawn more stuff from him. So it's like Spore Touch. And then I want to hit you with Flash Freeze as well to keep your Frostbite going strong. And honestly, Echo the Time Father, keep Rot and Helical Crystallis. Those are 2 incredible spells. 2 turns of Frostbite for any of your mass will kill it. So it takes 4 damage this turn, takes 2 damage next turn, which means, yay, it's dead. This is also a really good opportunity for me to rot the boss. Hold Spore Touch. Unit on top line's already dead. Oh, there's all that mass you wanted. Infectory is about to give a bunch of healing to this entire floor. Hold the Frozen Lance. All the enemies that died there spawned a new troop for me, and those troops gave additional health and regen to all of my fields, saving us from the corruption. Yay! I mean, big rot for the big boss. Thank you. Okay, yeah, this is working incredibly. Struggle to feel like how this is going to do against... Hang on. Frostbite. Strike, deal Frostbite equal to half the damage dealt. I don't think half the damage dealt is the thing I get to do. Because I don't deal any damage in the first place. Contagious. This seems much better, though. Consume. Enemy units propagate 4. By default, they already have Frostbite 2 to propagate. Then add a copy of this card to your discard pile. That's not only a card that I need, it's a card that I need to upgrade. Cluster Kernel. 2 Ember, Armor 10, Resolve Spawn 4. I definitely have to admit, run would be a lot easier if I had you responsible for all our additional troop spawns, but I don't think I want to take capacity to fit you and then energy to play you. I think that's way too much to ask for from me. Skip. I want to go draw and energy. I'll take draw first here, because we have Conduit as our line. Lightforge, Merchant of Steel. The Amorous Inoki is the only one that can even get upgrades at this point. It doesn't really care about them. Shroom units gain regen 1 on harvests. It's a little bit more regen for Amorous Inoki, who realistically shouldn't need it, and if she does, I've already screwed up pretty badly. Purified Soul Shard. Unit cards without upgrades cost -1. That would save me 1 deployment Ember on the Amorous Inoki. Or, at the end of turn, apply Frozen to a random card in your hand. I don't think that's bad. I'll take that. I will also take the Purified Soul Shard. Especially because there's many banner units, and non-banner units rather, that would find that pretty relevant. If, like, each of the next areas also still had an Entropic Well, like, if I could go Empyrean Well, Empyrean Well, Empyrean Well, I could see myself throwing this upgrade for additional energy on Titan Sentry, and then just duping that Titan Sentry and putting one of them on each of the floors. Permanently gain damage is never going to do anything for me, so yeah. I will summon and gain... It's not good. It's not good right now. Handheld Totem. You now have Sweep and apply Spell Weakness on Sweep, as well as the ability to Runespeak, pull something from the deck, or Conduit 2, which still matters a lot. Helical Chrysalis, Rot. Conduit 3 doesn't matter as much. I need to do more with my deployment energy, because obviously I now have 1 deployment energy that I actually use. And I have 6 unused. Ugh. Preventing me from playing Loam Code on turn 1 is pretty harsh. There you go, got some Contagion. mean, I'll keep the spear because the Cuddle Hex will die next turn, so I can just play it for free on top line. Never mind. I got something better to hold. Contagious for 4 additional Decay and 4 additional Frostbite. Yeah, better than the alternatives, and that's enough. That'll get us across the line. Woohoo! I want to make that propagate like the star card of the deck, ideally. Oh, okay. Ice Tornado, Permafrost, deal 30 damage to random enemy unit 3 times. Sure. Ancient Synergy, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 2 times the number of spells in your deck 3 times, which is currently 30 damage. And then Guardian Stone, Incant to apply armor 1 to friendly units. Now, obviously, Incant to apply armor 1 to friendly units, bottom line, makes a lot of sense. I'd probably need to go capacity to support it, but keeping that bottom line alive, I think, is a really useful idea. Dealing damage to the enemies, though, I feel like that could probably be relevant, especially considering both of these are decreased in cost by 2. Give me Ancient Synergy, because it'll get better over time. Mushy Room, apply Sap 3 to the enemy units at the end of combat. There's also Grow Room. Additional capacity for the bottom line. Give me Mushy Room, I'll play that top. Just in case anyone leaks on bias. Merchant of Magic. I mean, yeah, that's where I want to be. Double stack for Rot? Seems good to me. Negative costing. I mean, I do want Contagious to not consume and lower its cost, but I can't like guarantee that, unfortunately. Just lowering its cost by default. I would give it Spell Chain as well pretty happily, actually. I think Spell Chain would be a sick upgrade for it. Hello, Spell Chain. Although I would have also gotten Consume Removal and reduced cost, which would have been really good too. But no, give me Contagious with Spell Chain, please. Oh, sick. Forgot name when you play your first spell of the turn. Oh, you butt. You actually got me. You sniped me. I will take capacity now because Deathcapped Prophet, rally, draw an additional card next turn, it's every draw relic in the game. It's all of them as long as you use it correctly. Which realistically should just require me to get a deployable, whatchamacallums. Oh boy. I can't play it in this fight, unfortunately. Oh, disgusting. I definitely need Titan Sentry and Amorous Inoki and the Tethys on the bottom line right now, unfortunately. Yeah, as soon as I get Infectory on the bottom line, we're all good. Do I want to hold the full hand here just to keep Mushy Room? I suspect that's unlikely to be relevant. Oh, also I get to freeze a single card at the end of the turn anyway. Okay, this one I will hold because keeping that Loam Coat's really important to me. I'm actually pretty threatened by that Ravenous Zealot at the moment. Maybe I should go back to the top of this turn and see if there's something better I can do. I guess, like, the alternative is literally just don't play Loam Coat. Which, Loam Coat's frozen. I don't have to play Loam Coat this time. I just want to. But then it would be rot that Ravenous Zealot instead. I feel a lot better about that. Oh, we even got to keep the Contagion. Perfect. Alright, boss. Pretty sure I can get Kodo. I feel a lot more confident now that I have already won before I played a single card. Seems like it's a good position to be in. Oh my god, the regen's doing actual work. I didn't think it was gonna still be doing work by the end of the fight there. Guardian Stone. Yeah. Yeah. I'll take that now. Wax caps, saps enemy units on play. Truffles. I can play truffles. The popper unit. Yeah, sure. It's a low-cost weapon in my deck, I guess. Merchant of Arms, I think, is still pretty important to me because the more deployable the Infectory is, the far better off I think we do. Also, I think there's a world where I could strap something to the side of that Loam Coat and feel pretty happy about it. Oh, but there's a Merchant of Steel opposing it in the next area, and I care less about Merchants of Steel than I do about Trinkets. So I'll go to the Trinkets now. Merchant of Arms in a second. Hell yeah. When a unit gains Frostbite, it gains 2 additional stacks, and Frostbite does not decay. Yes, please. Units get an extra upgrade slot. There's also Totem Fragment, actually. Applies Spell Weakness 2 to enemy units when they enter the room below the Pyre room. If I'm doing all spells, is that good? Actually, I think still the answer might be no. Firestone Housing, units get an additional upgrade slot. No, Titan Sentry isn't going to benefit from that for a while. Oh, hell yeah. On turn start, spawn 1 on each floor for every 20 cards in your deck. Great for us. And on deployment phase, discard any number of cards and then draw that many. Less great for us, but it does give us the ability to discard through shield stewards and stuff like that, so it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Shiko, boss start with Mute 3. I like Mute 3. Sadly not going to stop the melee weakness, though. Friendly units gain +3 health for each rare in the deck. 1 rare, 2 rare, 3 rare. 3 rare, 9 health to all units. Not bad. Honestly, Tethys having 9 more health initially. Deathcap, 9 more health, and it matters. For Michelle, additional damage for units that don't deal damage. Bosses start with Mute 3 is... Seraphiturnus doesn't really care about it as much. I mean, Seraphiturnus is, of course, giving rage to its own units, but, like, I don't... That's not gonna fix that. Strix applies 8 damage to Hallow each loop, and Hallow gets 60 damage on... applies 60 health to Strix on resolve, so that can't be stopped. That just happens. That's... do I discard through the Deathcap Prophet if I'm not going to be keeping in the opening hand there? I guess so. Yeah, it's not like I'm triggering that rally consistently at the moment. Don't discard. Yuck. Just make my deployment phase significantly worse, why don't you? There you go, buddy. Oh, thank you for the Everlasting Light Truffles. I mean, if Tethys had Sweep at the moment, this would be incredible. The Valor 2 to friendly units, though, that's pretty good. Oh, right, there's going to be a rally every line. Every turn now. Hell yeah. Oh, the additional capacity is going to work so well in this deck. Oh. Yes. I'm going to Spore Touch Hallow. God, if only I had one additional energy this turn. Then Contagion to get additional Frostbite on everyone, additional Corruption on everyone, also additional Decay. Oh. Unfortunately, units on other lines aren't dying, so it's really difficult for me to freeze my hand because I'm freezing way too many cards at once. Back ready for the bottom line. Mushi for the top. The Lunar Cycle stuff will do nothing! Oh, thank you for keeping Contagious. If I can get the bosses both to line up on the same floor ever again, that's when the Contagion will go. No bosses, I'm ready for you on the bottom floor. Ooh, you got God. I'm gonna kill you for that. Double drop a big old Contagion on him. That looks like a lot of DOTs, friends. Someone should do something about that, but not gonna be me. This Guard Sentinel, you're going all the way to the top, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have anything to do for you. Contagion. More rot. More rot? Yeah, more rot. And I'll freeze out the rest of the segment. Sick. Applied Decay? Got a 5x sap. No, I don't have that, unfortunately. Ice and Pyre, not especially relevant. Oh, do I want another copy of Contagious in the deck if my base copy is so much better than it? I think no. It's got a capacity. Now all of our draw. Forever is taken care of already. And hey, I don't even have to worry about that Ember Drain on the first turn and second turn anymore. Merchant of Arms, because I care an awful lot about... Ooh, meat shield. No, we don't end up tanking consistently with Titan Sentry. I don't think you actually need meat shield. Upgrade to be in the opening hand. Definitely got to be Infectory. I could theoretically use Void Armament as card removal. Cut out like all the Shield Stewards using it. Probably eventually the Cuddle Hexes, but like... What? I get to cut out 2 cards with it, actually, realistically. I only have, unless the Void Armament gets added back to my hand, I only have 2 more. Meat Shield for Titan Sentry. I'm leaning towards reroll or just straight up leave. I made the unit deployable that I needed to deployable make, and that's it. I'm done. Another copy of the Ultra Buff Rot actually seems really good too. I suppose there's also an argument for duping another Titan Sentry and just throwing it on another line. It's actually a pretty good argument, I think. I'm going to have all 3 lines headed up by a Titan Sentry. Do I want to go to Rune Speak now? The additional spell weakness and the draw. No, give me the straight up cost reduction. Even better. Oh, even better. All of those units are going to die immediately. Excuse me. Top of this turn, actually. Two bad cards to draw, but it's okay. They will be easy to play. Okay. Deathcap Prophet. Amorous Inoki. Death's Titan Bane. Titan Sentry at the front line. Play an Infectory. Remove that Vengeful Shard. Play another Titan Sentry on the next line. End my turn. Draw 9 cards this turn. Beautiful. Take out the enemy silencing me so that I can get a lot of benefit from all of these spells that I cast. Honestly, this fungi in the front line, I could give you the Propagate to get additional troop stacks, and I will. Drop a Mushy Room on top, and let it go. Overgrowth Carapace. Oh! I want to make the single largest mushroom on the top floor. Yeah, that seems fun. I'm going to do that. Of course, unfortunately, this requires me not playing additional cards on the top line. Alas, I'll live. Okay, I don't need to super overkill the bottom line if we've also got this guy going past. It's a lot of additional damage we get on you. It's not enough to kill you, but you will now just die to a single, which is good for me. That's a single hit from Alpire, that is. You know, Siren Song would do it really, 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 really well in exactly this fight. And then it goes back to doing really, really, really badly afterwards. I'm pleased enough that we're already winning the bottom line. I don't need to muddle with that at all. It's the Titanite and the 20 regen just keeping our front line perfectly alive. Oh, that worked excellently. Spike of the Stygian. X-Ghost consume, apply 1x sap, and 5x Frostbite. Might like it. Another Truffles or another Wax Scat? Give me a Truffles. 2 fills. Then we'll head over to the other Merchant of Magic. Oh. I mean, I'll double stack the Spike and Stygian. Oh, first spell played each turn. Cost -1 for every 15 cards in deck. Sick. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. Also really good if I think it is. Holdover. I can get holdover to that Rot. That's a really good upgrade. Give holdover to the 1-cost Rot. Although if I play it on the correct floor, the other Rot is also the right target. Although I guess also, if I care about exactly the floor that's played on, so is Ancient Synergy. Unfortunately, I don't overheal with this if it's 0 cost when it's played. The additional -1 goes on Contagious, though, because now this is just a 0 cost that propagates very easily through the entire deck. I do think Ancient Synergy or Rot makes a lot of sense here. Oh, 3 piercing damage when an enemy unit moves between floors. So I was thinking like, oh, I can't set up on floor 3 to do all of this. It'd be nice though if I could. Jack strips. That's exactly what I need. With Jack strips, with the entry Frostbite. Oh, actually, the entry Frostbite and the Cuddlebeard and the more damage, less time modifier means that even without Jack strips, the birds are dying on the bottom line. The Rage Wings. Sigiled Seaweed allows us to ignore the bottom line, though. That's good. Can't get holdover, but that's okay. As for our additional dupe, it's got to be another Titan Sentry. Move a card from the deck. This one, I mean, like, Spear Stewards easily. 75 and a Consume for a Frozen Lance, and let's go. Yeah, we set up on floor 2. Okay. Deathcap Prophet. Amorous Inoki. Tethys and Titan Sentry and Titan Sentry. And honestly, do I want to put a Titan Sentry on the bottom line? It'll live there for like 3 turns maximum. But it'll help thin out the enemies in the opening, so I feel like that's relevant enough to do it. Lone Coat for the rally on the 2nd floor. Sap the top line. Had a couple of units away. I was about to say, Propagate would be ideal on this line right now. I mean, is Big Decay for the boss too much? I win against the boss if I get to deployment. If I get to the end phase. But I need to get to the end phase, so the Eval Gladiator probably needs to die. Oh, glass cannon, you say? I don't think there's anyone in their right mind who can wield that. I want you to die on the top line. I'll give you the glass cannon so you do. This thing will die to its DOT over the course of another turn, allowing me to just double Spore Touch. Oh, giant Spike of the Stygian ideal right now. So that would be 10 Sap and 50 Frostbite for Seraturnus. Yeah, I have to. Then thanks to Conduit cost reduction, I have enough to get through the Terrifying Amalgam as well. And then finally, it's gotta be a big old double Contagious for the bottom line. We're at the point where now Seraturnus is no longer attacking, but has 11 Decay, 20 Sap, 73 Frostbite, and 28 Corruption. Just give you another quick Propagate. And also, because that Propagate adds Frostbite, it adds 6 Frostbite instead of 4, because the Cuddlebeard also enhances it. mean, I just want to keep throwing things at the boss, but realistically, I should also make sure these other units on this floor die. Okay, top line's already got that. Grand. Just gonna rail damage at the front line until it looks like it's already gonna go. Great. Oh my god, another glass cannon. There you go. It's like one of the least usable pieces of equipment here. With top line already handled, I can just throw all the additional contagions up there. Actually, unfortunately, that's still not a good move. It takes almost all of my spells to clear this mid lane consistently. I recognize was going to be the case, but still, ho-hum, how dare they do that? You can now each have that, and then I'm going to propagate a huge amount of additional DOT damage on you. There you go, buddies. Yeah. I literally only need to survive next turn. I've got enough DOT on Seraph already. Like, it doesn't look like a stupidly large number, but, like, he will just die trying to attack us, which, yeah. It's already borne out here. Contagious, contagious. So you end with 158 Frostbite, taking 316 damage to it. 80 less damage because of 40 sap, taking 68 damage each turn to Corruption, and then also Decay 59 for 236 damage after every round of combat. Starting the run with rules of containment, honestly, it took the driver's wheel and took me all the way. Sure, I did stuff. I added rally bonuses and draw bonuses and blah, 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 the Hours of Noki to support health, and sure, all of that happened as well. But realistically, the fact that I got to ignore so many enemies straight up just because of the rules of containment, and then later from rules of containment and Cuddlebeard working together. Incredible. Also, you gotta give some praise to the big old shark boy. Just put enough upgrades on this man and then dupe him a couple times near the end of the game. Was it necessary? Probably not. But he also did really deserve to have that dominance in the run, considering exactly how much of an impact he had on it. Let's jump back to the outpost. 27 challenges now conquered, and we've unlocked Weak Sneak. Use stealth to avoid losing your units. Wow. We start with Lil Fade, and than the Ardun's Lunar Coven. Personal Sword, 4 more deployment now, but that's really good as well. Ninja's best friends, start with Shadow's Sheath. Insane. Friendly units gain Propagate 1 on Slay, so they gain stealth and then they propagate, gaining more stealth, and the stealth triggers give them damage. And then finally, Floor is Lava. Floor is Lava. All units get 5 Fire Jump. All I have to do is find a way for my units to kill enemies early and never take AoE damage, lest they die to the lava. But, of course, that's the kind of consideration we'll have to make in a future episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all of my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Add a brother thank you and a special thanks this episode to Nick Starfield. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.